Okay, learners, we're back now in the outro part of our lecture. So you finished a lecture on unsupervised learning. It's time to get back to Arnab, who's been waiting patiently in the wings for the entire lecture. Of course, we're kidding here. But, we want to get some ideas from Arnab about what's the most important part of unsupervised learning. And so his research unit has been doing research on this area. So Arnab, your research is closest to this area. So what do you think are the most important problems to try to solve that your group is attempting to do?
Yeah, well, what I have been trying to do over the last few years is to go beyond the paradigm of statistical inference, go beyond fitting to data parameters of a probability distribution. The idea is that data is usually being generated by a physical process, and the goal often is to actually learn the mechanics of that process, right? So for example, I mean, the right way to interpret Newton's second law is not that you have two correlated variables, force and acceleration, but rather that applying force on an object causes that object to accelerate. And that's the motivation for studying causal inference. The question is, what kinds of, for what kinds of data generating processes can you learn their causal structure in an unsupervised way? And the fundamental difference between causal inference and statistical inference is that you, in your usual unsupervised learning problems, you'd be able to solve those problems perfectly if you had access to enough data. But in causal inference, that's not the case. There are some problems which are fundamentally unanswerable, no matter how much data you have. So the question really is, I mean, what is the best that you can do? Again, for what kinds of data generating processes can you really get a good approximation of their causal structure in using a limited amount of resources?
Right. Thanks, Arnav, for that. So unfortunately, we're finished with all the lectures, and we invite all of you who are interested in unsupervised learning to take our higher level courses available at SOC. So with that, we've come to the end. So we'll see you all next time. Bye now.